All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halayam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so I have this article as you see on screen here. All right, and the title reads, Europe bans cash payments ahead of mandatory digital euro launch. All right, and we're constantly telling you, all right, and letting you know, all right, that the time, the time we're heading into, man, and the time that we're living in, all right, we're constantly prophesying unto you that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. It's so easy to see and understand this, man, as we constantly bring news to you about, us entering a digital age. This current age that we're living in is all headed to a mandatory digital age, man. All right, because it's all to fulfill prophecy. The elites have an agenda to have complete control over this entire earth through their technology, and that's what the mark of the beast is, the RFID microchip. That's what the RFID microchip is going to help them do. Because the RFID microchip is going to give them complete control over you once they implant it under your skin. Okay, because within that RFID microchip is going to be a tracking device. Because Esau Edom has a God complex. According to the scriptures, right? 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? And also the 28th chapter of I think it's Ezekiel or maybe Isaiah, right? That he has a God complex. He sitteth in the temple of the Most High, claiming that he is the Most High, right? Because the Most High Yahweh knows everything, right? And he's trying to be like the Most High. That's why he wants complete control of everything, and that's why he wants to implant the RFID microchip in you. All right, because with that implanted in you, he's gonna know your whereabouts in real time, everything you're doing. All right, he's gonna have complete control over your money. They're gonna know all your whereabouts, your medical records, things you're allergic to. All right, and I've gone into a book. I forgot the name of the book though, but I've done a lesson on it. All right, and it goes into how they're able to control how energetic you are. If they want you to be an energetic person, right? They could make you a person that's very energetic. If they want you to be lazy or zombified, they can make you lazy or zombie. They can control however you are with that RFID microchip in you, man. However they want you to be, they can have you. If they want you to be docile and zombified, they could do that. Right? Europe bans cash payments ahead. All right, Europe bans cash payments ahead of mandatory digital euro launch. All right, so let's see what this article is about. All right, it says the EU has announced plans to criminalize all cash payments. All right, and that's how it's going to be when the RFID microchip is ushered out, when the mark of the beast is ushered out, man. Because it's going to be made mandatory under the punishment of death. Right? You're going to be labeled as a criminal. All right, as Apostle John he's seen the elect being beheaded for not taking the mark of the beast. Right? So that means therefore it's going to eventually be mandatory under the punishment of death, right? Because the elites want complete control, right? The EU has announced plans to criminalize all cash payments in anticipation for the rollout of the new digital euro, which will be mandatory for all citizens who wish to participate in society. You see? You see what's happening here? All right? We've been telling you, man. The true prophets and the true servants of the Lord have been telling you. All right? Which are the Israelites of Great Millstone and the ones that teach in like manner, because they are the ones that have 100% truth of the Bible. They're the ones that have the 100% true doctrine of the scriptures. All right? It says, starting in January 2027, all cash transaction above 10,000 euro will be illegal in 27 EU states. Woo! All right? It says the news, which first went viral after a tweet from the crypto outlet Simply Bitcoin, triggered public concern over potential restrictions on personal financial freedom. All right. However, later clarifications confirmed that self-custody wallets remain untouched. All right. The new rules target companies facilitating crypto transactions, not individual users. All right. It says MiCA. It says AMLR. All right. The backbone of EU crypto oversight. It says the legislative framework stems from the markets in crypto assets regulation and the anti-money laundering regulation. All right. Together, they establish uniform standards for cryptocurrency companies operating within the European Union. All right. Under MiCA, crypto asset service providers must obtain licenses, all right, disclose risk, and maintain transparency in how they handle user assets. All right. Meanwhile, AMLR, all right, requires these providers to collect sender and receiver information for every crypto transfer, echoing existing rules for banks. All right. Industry analysis, all right, or an analyst, excuse me, all right, industry analyst, including Patrick Hansen, emphasized that the EU's intent is not to ban Bitcoin, but to ensure accountability across intermediaries. All right. It says the transfer of funds regulation further reinforces this by mandating strict record keeping and information sharing to prevent the misuse of crypto channels. Let's keep reading. It says impact on business and users. It says while individual crypto users can still transact freely, businesses offering Bitcoin or stablecoin services must align with EU compliance requirements or risk being shut out of the single market. Even firms registered abroad will have to follow EU standards when serving European clients, closing a common regulatory loophole. All right. It says right here, for the crypto industry, this signals a future of greater legitimacy but less anonymity. All right. Investors can expect higher consumer protection standards, yet the privacy once linked with digital assets may erode as oversight deepens. All right. The EU's 2027 financial reforms mark a turning point for both cash and crypto regulations. All right. By emerging transparency with tighter surveillance. Woo. All right. It says the bloc seeks to secure its financial ecosystem without stifling innovation. All right. The crypto users understanding the difference between service oversight and personal freedom will be crucial in navigating the next era of digital finance. All right. So you see what's happening. You see what's going on. right? And this wasn't going to be a long video. I just wanted to bring this to your front, to the forefront, man, to let you know what's happening, what's going on. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. Things is, things are moving toward to a mandatory digital age. All right. Bro, you hear about digital IDs every single day or all the time. All right. So with that being said, call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Kwitash. All right. On to the next one. Shalom.